Hey everybody, welcome back. It's everything you want, nothing you need. We had a short little 2-week break due to flat tires, among other things. I hate you, Florida, and your crappy roads ruining all my tires. That's okay.
But yours was just like a straight nail into it.
It wasn't even a nail; it was a screw.
Oh.
Who gets a? Why are there screws in the road?
Bob the Builder was just pretty busy. He was just running around.
I don't know, but I'm tired of it. We need to fix our roads.
It's all right. We'll get there.
Or else we're screwed.
I think as Florida, we should fix our people first before we fix our roads.
We should just fix Florida in general.
Yeah.
With that screw?
But it is DMC5 Eve. Ian is excited to go play it, but instead he's here like a committed young man that he is. What else? I feel like, it's been a couple of weeks. I feel like something's had to have been going on. We went to Universal. That was fun.
That was fun indeed.
There with the
I got a
Hulk.
sunburn on the neck.
You did?
Really?
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 Yeah. That's how white I am.
I didn't get it.
It takes 20 minutes of sun exposure for my skin to just go.
I'm like straight caramel.
I'm good.
I'm good, and I'm a pasty white boy.
Well,
yeah, that pasty.
you go outside.
Maybe if I look at your butt, you're pasty, but that's it.
Don't.
Are we looking at your butt?
It's like you knew.
No.
Tonight was also supposed to be Jessica's surprise birthday party, and she is nowhere to be seen. Not sure what's up, but happy birthday, Jessica! We
Happy
got you a
birthday.
cookie cake, and we're gonna eat it ourselves because
Should we just save it for? How long can you save a cookie?
I would
for?
feel insulted if you
When was the
handed
next
me.
time we're gonna see her though?
Yeah, I'd feel insulted if you handed me a stale cookie cake.
Fair point, I guess.
Yeah, you know.
So
It's a thought
we
that
will
counts.
enjoy it.
So we'll enjoy it for you.
I will let you know how it is.
It'll
You
taste
have
like
like a
it's
piece.
Spoiler alert: it's gonna be pretty fucking good.
gonna be very delicious. You were saying, Dan?
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Something about your pasty ass butt.
I was going to talk about how it's also Master Chief's birthday today.
Oh, yeah, March
Never heard of him.
7th.
Yeah, he uses a halo.
Master Chef Gordon
What
Ramsay.
was it? Was he born like 251
I
something?
don't fucking remember the year.
It's like 500 years from now.
Yeah, fucking. Who knows Halo lore?
I mean, you got to read the. Dan, we were at Fuzzy's Tacos the other night talking Halo lore.
Yeah, we were. I read most of the books up till like 4.
I read most of the books up till Cryptum, and then I quit.
Yeah, well, like Halo
How
4.
many books are there?
There's a lot of Halo
There's like
books.
8 or 9 probably.
Yeah, what number is Krypton?
And there's also like Halo
6 or
comics, movies, Forward Unto Dawn. I have that.
Well, if you guys want to talk
On
about
DVD.
Halo, they kind of like hinted and kind of rumoring the Halo Infinite is going to be like a kind of like a reboot type of thing.
It's
Yeah, so they're calling it a spiritual reboot.
it's
Which-
mainly just like going back to his roots.
Was it
It's not.
spiritual reboot or spiritual revival?
I watched
they're
the
not
video
doing
on
that.
it. All she really talked about, like with the IGN guy, was just like we're gonna try to
Yeah, so they're not saying they're starting over. That's not what
It's
they
still
mean.
the same Halo world lore.
They're saying
it's a
that
sequel to
playing
5.
Halo 6 or Infinite, whatever you want to call it, should remind you.
Maybe they're saying like spiritual reboot in terms of just the mechanics and the gameplay of the game, but not the story of like.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying it should remind
Yes.
you of the original Halo in terms of feel and gameplay.
Which I'm down to clown with that.
Well, that's what I thought. Like when we first watched the trailer, it's all based on the ring. At least everything that we saw.
Well, it's weird because technically the Halo rings have existed in the Halo universe.
Yeah, but it hasn't been in part. Or like
It's been in Halo
heavily.
4.
I don't remember that one.
What are you confused about?
Well, because I
Ring.
remember we actually talked about it. You were
There's
mentioning the
multiple
rings.
Oh,
yeah,
no, I know, and there's multiple Halos.
And not
but we
all of them are
haven't really
destroyed.
Been, we
They
haven't
just-
really been part of a Halo ring.
they
in a
just
while.
can't wipe out the universe.
Oh, we haven't like been on it. Well, yeah, no, we've
We've been near one in Halo 4. Like you're on a spaceship that's like near a Halo
Are you
ring.
not on one in Halo
Yeah.
5?
No,
No, Halo
Halo 5 actually didn't even mention them once.
Interesting.
And it's called
Halo
Halo.
5 is like a bad episode of Cops.
You're like,
Why
yeah.
is it- why is it
it's
like a bad
cops
episode
in
of-
name.
Oh,
Cause,
yeah, 'cause you're tracking down the chief.
Yeah, because you're just tracking down the chief and you just can't find them.
Interesting.
There you go. Halo
And then
5,
there's that
bad
sick
episode.
fight that breaks Chief's helmet, even though Chief fell from fucking space and didn't break his helmet. And
Yeah.
Agent Locke punched him like a little sissy punch.
Maybe, he's-
Maybe,
maybe,
the worst
maybe he's-
animated cutscene.
Maybe he's like Saitama underneath. You just don't know it. Even though we know what
We've
he looks
seen-
like.
yeah,
I know, I know.
It's Luke Cage,
He's
actor.
bald. Wait, isn't he bald?
It's Luke Cage, actor.
He's bald, right?
It's Luke Cage,
Yes.
actor.
So there you go, Saitama.
No, that's Locke though,
Agent Locke.
not Chief.
Yeah.
I don't play Halo that.
Locke was the one that broke
Why are
Chief's
you
helmet.
like this?
And he cracked his helmet because symbolism.
Because symbolism.
It really is probably because symbolism. It's like, and it means like he's divided. Or his love for
What are you, an
Cortana.
English teacher all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Why did the author make the sky blue? I don't know.
No,
Deborah.
hey, that was, come on, that was definitely like a symbolism like kind of fucking thing. It's like, oh, Chief's helmet is correct to represent his like his internal conflict. It's true.
Speaking of things I wish I didn't experience, can we talk about the Transformers ride and how that's just a cheap, broken clone of Spider-Man? Sorry, Hanari.
Yeah, I was about to say.
She said it was her favorite ride.
It was just Spider-Man,
No, the only thing I didn't like
and that
was,
one screen didn't even work.
that's the one thing.
I mean,
The
that
one screen.
technical problems happen on rides all the time.
But that's my favorite part is because you can hear him talking. It's just a still screen, and he just shoots water.
And you
at
still
you.
get sprayed with
just remember
water.
you
So you're just staring at it. You're like,
But you're staring.
Oh.
You're staring at a picture. I love that ride. Was extra awkward for me because I'm pretty sure I was the only person not in a family. Like I'm sure it was a large Asian family on that, and I was the one white dude.
did you do like a single rider?
Yeah, we did single rider for
Oh,
that.
yeah, we did. Don't you remember? You went by yourself.
I don't remember.
Hunter went by himself, and then for
I
some
just
reason,
felt
and then
very awkward. I was like, I'm very out of place. And if these people buy photos on all their rides, there'll be the one white boy in their photo.
they'll probably like cut you out or something.
Maybe.
But actually, me and Miles got to go together.
The only ride that I didn't really like was probably The Simpsons, but not because it's a bad ride itself. It's because we sat in the back, so all I saw was 3 silhouettes.
Yeah,
in
you
front
saw
of the
3
screen.
heads in front of you the whole time, and I'm just like, oh.
Should give us a
Like, I'll
booster
tell you, I
seat.
was just like,
I was doing that too, and I'm fucking 6'2" or 3. Like I couldn't see ahead of the lady that was in front of me. I was taller than her. I don't know how that fucking works.
Yeah. It is what it is.
but yeah. No, I kind of like all the rides besides that experience, and then the Mummy it needs to get out.
I like the
It-
movie
It's starting to
still.
show its age.
Yeah, it's.
Same thing with
I
Men
feel
in
like
Black.
The
though.
Simpsons
Men in
showed
Black
its
is showing
age.
Men in Black was fun.
Like-
Though.
It's fun.
It's unique because you're actually like doing something while you're in the ride. You're just
Well,
shooting
The
stuff.
Simpsons is weird because
It felt
the
weird.
ride is in 3D.
Well, it felt like, because I don't know, I remember like when I first rode it, the few times I rode it when I went to Universal, it felt like much more like on a roller coaster. This one just felt like I was sitting watching a thing and the thing was shaking.
I mean,
Because
Like,
you
I
were in
felt
front.
more, yeah, but I don't know.
yeah, if you were in front, it'd be different.
Maybe I was in front, but like it felt like so different, like to
And
where
I
I
think
was.
that was our
kinda-
own fault because we were the first ones in there,
Which should have been the last.
and we just happened to go to the back row. We could have gone to the front row.
I wonder why. Yeah,
No, I think they sat in front of us first.
I think they
I think
were.
I think I was the first one in.
No, I think-
because if I'm in part of any roller coaster, I'm going to the front.
Yeah.
Rip Ride Rocket was scary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dan, you want to talk about Rip Ride Rocket?
No,
Yeah.
wait, no, you were no.
So
Hulk was scary. For
He was
you.
in the front. He's in the front seat for Rip Ride Rocket, and it was the first roller coaster you've done in how many years,
Well, okay,
or something like.
I did some in 2015 at Disney, like at the very end of our ride there.
Specific.
Because I never rode roller coasters before, and I was like, okay, those are actually kind of fun. Maybe like next time I go to a theme park, I should ride more roller coasters. Because I never rode any roller coasters at Universal or Busch Gardens, except for like Cheetah Chase at Busch Gardens.
Yeah, that's not really.
It's very fast and jerked your head around. But yeah, rode the roller coasters there.
And how was?
Um,
I know how
it was
you,
it was
how you
intense for
reacted with,
Kickstart My Heart. The worst part was the beginning where you're straight back. That was terrible. I hated that.
Oh, when you're first going.
Yes, did not like that. The rest of it was fine. Like it was scary, but I had a good time on
Oh,
it.
wait, you don't like the
I did not like the
I
ascent.
love that.
It feels-
it builds up the tension.
I
Kind of
also-
relaxing. You're just like in a recliner.
was like,
I legit. I don't like looking up and moving up like that. Maybe I don't know. I felt weird. I felt scared because I felt like because I also have a fear of heights a bit, which is why I didn't want to do.
spoiler alert with roller coasters.
You're on a roller coaster. What do you
Well,
expect?
I know that, but like with roller like that, because here's the difference. With auto roller coasters, they go fast, so you don't really have time to process your height. Well, something like Dr. Doom's Fear Fall, you have time to process how tall and how high you are compared to the ground.
So Disney also just announced today. Speaking of theme
Star
parks,
Wars?
the Galaxy's Edge expansion they're doing to Hollywood Studios. We get it
In
in
August.
August. And what was funny was I saw a pretty accurate meme of it where it was like Disney's image of Galaxy's Edge, and it shows the nice area with like 1 or 2 people, and it goes, "What it would really look like?" And it shows like 1,000,000 people just shoulder to shoulder. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't
"That's
get those concept
accurate
artists.
picture."
Well, not
It's
only
like-
that, what's it called? I saw in that if you want to get in like the beginning, you have to get reservations.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be fucking packed,
Yeah.
Well, that's actually kind of smart.
Yeah.
because that way that's crowd control.
and then they'll probably ease it.
Because even my brother was like, "Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'll go check it out in 5 or 6 years."
You have to
once
reserve
everyone's had a chance
spots
to-
for fucking Pandora Land at Animal
Yes.
Kingdom.
Everything's land with you. I love it. Pandora Land. It's literally just Pandora, by the way. You actually said the name of the world,
Yeah.
and then you just threw land at the end of it.
Instead of China, you say
Mulan
Mulan
Land?
Land.
I called it Mulan Land because I call like the other one Tarzan.
I
I call it based on what the movie's called.
I know Mulan is copyright, but I hope we can get some T-shirts made someday that say Mulan Land, because that's going to be our first merchandise. I went to Mulan Land. Sorry, Dan.
It's okay.
It's all part of the process.
My life's a joke, anyways.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, so is
There you
mine.
go.
So is everyone else's here.
There you go.
Why do you think we're here?
My life's a joke, and no one's laughing.
I mean, same, but no
Can we,
one's
get
laughing.
real,
At this,
can we get real depressed on the podcast?
I mean, no one's laughing at this podcast either because no one's listening. Oh,
Oh no, they will, because we'll get to a point, and then people are like, oh, I wonder how they were at the beginning.
I might
And
be
they're gonna
getting.
like, oh,
I might be getting us a sponsor. The Otaku box.
what's that?
One of the monthly subscription boxes.
Uh-huh.
The Otaku box, sending you the latest and greatest in weeaboo
And then
paraphernalia.
we get to open it here. I can see weep shit.
We could, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Weep shit.
Or we could just do Minecraft parodies and be real
Absolutely
stars.
not. Let's,
Yeah.
more weep shit. Less of that.
So what were we playing? What game were we playing the other night that you really loved, Dan? What game did we play?
We played a game.
Oh, I'm glad you really cherish the memories of us playing video games together, and it means a lot to you. What game were you freaking out about the other night that we were all playing?
My house.
Oh my god! Why did I forget that day?
I don't know, Dan.
I'm
I don't
playing fucking Ape Out.
Go ahead, Forrest. Tell us.
Tell us about Ape Out.
I love Ape Out.
What is Ape Out for the listeners?
Ape Out is a Devolver Digital published game by a guy named Gabe.
Newell?
No,
Oh.
his last name's hard to pronounce. Sorry if he's listening. But no, I mean,
I
hi.
don't think he's
I
listening.
mean, that'd be fucking awesome. He's very talented.
Very talented.
Also, you know that side note,
Okay.
because like because this main guy worked on it, but he had people do the music, and one of the people that helped for the art, you know that Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy,
Yes.
him. I think I'm pretty fucking confident because it says like art help or whatever, and the credit says like Bennett Foddy. I'm like, hold the phone here. Is that unless like they have the same fucking name? But no, Ape Out is fantastic. It is a very similar to Hotline Miami. You control a monkey and you smash people.
Control
and,
an ape.
An ape, sorry, and you smash people in randomly generated levels with like similar with themes and like certain scripted sequences. Pretty great.
So you're basically playing the escape part of Ape Escape.
Yes. Well, it's called Ape Out, so you
Yes.
ape out on people and you get out of a place. Yeah.
Or it's kind of like a tutorial level for Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Yes, precisely.
But some of the cool things about it is, for one, it just has a really cool style overall, very simplistic colors and such.
Okay.
Also, the music, it's kind of like this crazy jazzy music.
Yeah, and then
that-
whenever you throw and hit people, it picks up.
Yes, the tempo changes depending on how much action is going on screen, including getting shot. If you get shot, you also music picks up.
That's tragic.
But also, like, depending on what stage you're on or what the mood is, the music changes. So you guys didn't see that, but like, there's like a weird like pseudo stealth section where like all the lights are off and the guards have flashlights. So he plays like more like the. It's not so loud. It's more like. It's pretty great. Yeah.
Right? Was that your imitation of a drum?
Yes. Well, more like the cymbals.
Ah. Okay. Very nice.
Alrighty then.
Already then.
Yeah.
So, since we were talking Universal, we know in the next year, hopefully, if things go according to plan, we will get the Super Nintendo World expansion at Universal,
That's the one where I would go and go out on my way to get a reservation. and
which
try to do
I will
that.
gladly go and purchase an annual pass at that point once that opens up. What do you want to see from Super Nintendo World?
The
That's interesting.
classic
Wait, no,
question.
Not only that, what would you want to see, and what exactly of a ride can you envision of them doing for that specific IP?
Oh yeah, that's why I thought that would be expected with the question.
I like for sure. I don't know how they can not do this. They're gonna have go karts and everything for Mario Kart.
I really want a Luigi's Mansion's Men in Black style game, or
That'd be
Men in
cool.
Black ride style.
Yeah,
thing.
Hand
I
you a
can see that.
vacuum.
Yeah, they hand you a
Look,
vacuum and you gotta suck up like ghosts somehow. Technically, like suck up in quotation marks. I'd fucking love that. Like a big creepy mansion. That'd be fucking epic.
Don't
It
ever.
would be.
No, just not that. It's just the way you said epic.
I love Luigi's Mansion.
Okay, this is epic.
Okay, for Zelda, there's so many things they can do for Zelda.
A maze. Very huge maze.
I almost feel like for Mario Kart they could potentially do a roller coaster because of Mario Kart 8 because of the style of Mario Kart 8
yeah.
with all the anti-gravity stuff.
I think for I don't know how to do that, but for like Zelda, we would be all be on like horses or stuff like that, and then we were going through the lands, and then Link.
I hope it's like a rocking horse.
Yeah, no, but
Ride Epona.
It's like a little kid ride. You just wee.
Here's
but
Epona 1 and
but you go
Epona
through all
2.
the, like you go through Ocarina, Majora's
Hyrule
Mask, and
Field.
everything. Yeah, and then,
Oh.
and then the Link's helping you. It's kind of like think of it like the Spider-Man or the Transformers, right?
Yeah, but
something
with
like
Link.
that.
That'd be cool. And knowing Universal, I'm sure we'll get a bunch of 4D.
Donkey Kong, they actually throw barrels at you, and you have to like.
They just throw
actually
barrels
jump.
at you. You have to jump. It's like like a live playground.
No, I can see like Donkey Kong being like a tropical, like a little water park they have off
Yeah,
on the side.
that'd be cool. Tropical freeze.
Star Fox, they definitely. Oh, that would be so dope.
Y'all remember F-Zero? Me neither.
Oh. I think they could probably do something for Star Fox for it. It's kind of like a Space Mountain type of thing, but with like a little bit more visuals and everything.
Yeah, I could see that.
Probably like the fastest ride, unless if they don't do like an
Mario
F-Zero.
ride where you jump
Pikmin
on
is
people.
just like a bunch of oversized items
You just pick up the
you get to
ground.
carry around.
A Mario ride where you jump on people.
That sounds painful
Yeah.
for both parties involved.
I mean, I'd ride it.
You'd ride it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's kind of weird when you think about the franchises and what rides they could associate with. I feel because Mario, I feel so versatile. It could be anything.
Or
Yeah, 'cause he plays
I
fucking
actually
tennis
think-
and everything,
actually
so-
think-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the whole Luigi thing, they'll probably do that for Metroid.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm part of me's thinking that like they might like be more committed to the idea of like the Mario characters rather than
Dude,
like,
it would be
Nintendo
so
in general.
dope. It would be so dope if they had like a thing with like they did with like Harry Potter while you're waiting the line.
You're going through Peach's castle.
Yes, N64 Peach's Castle.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
That would be so dope.
It ain't gonna happen, but it'd be nice to dream.
And like the doors, those will be like the areas you go for like each ride.
Yeah. If you try to touch an employee door, it's like
Universal, I'm just giving you money. Like
Yeah, really. Come on, Miyamoto.
I do think it's probably just going to be like Mario characters mainly. I don't really think we might get like Samus and all that. I think it would just be like hardcore, just like it's Mario Land basically.
Well, I would say that depending on the size.
Oh, and actually, I just realized because this happened the day we were going to talk about it, and then I got the flat tire. We haven't actually talked about on the podcast yet about Reggie retiring.
Oh,
Oh
I
yeah.
know we're a little bit behind on that, but that was
Let's
2
get
weeks
to
ago. 2 weeks ago today, he announced his retirement, and the internet acted as though he died. He did not die. In fact,
he basically died for us because we just won't see him.
he
again.
still works there for another 2 months or a month at this point.
He's probably going to live the best life after this though.
Oh,
like,
Sure,
he didn't
you know.
die, he ascended.
I bet Nintendo will just send him free everything for the rest of his life.
If you like are
That
president,
man will not
yeah.
have to pay for
Oh no,
anything.
he's not only that, he's a CEO, so he gets millions of dollars anyways.
And he probably gets free Nintendo games and systems.
I almost wonder to what extent he does, if at all, buys Nintendo products.
I'm pretty
Because
sure.
you'd want to support your own company.
I've heard like plenty of like people, developers buying their own game when it comes out just to buy it and have
exactly.
it.
So I wonder if Reggie does spend a good chunk of his own money back into the company.
That'd be
It wouldn't
interesting.
surprise me.
Yeah, well, if you see his office, he has a bunch of collectibles and stuff.
Hey, Doug Bowser does have a tied up Mario and Luigi in the corner, so that's pretty cool.
He's got a sense of humor.
That's funny.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Absolutely.
It's also
Yeah.
a very subtle joke. You had to look for it.
No, it's weird because it's the second. There's a lot of big heads in the game industry, like in terms of like at least Xbox, PlayStation, and that have been stepping down as of late.
We still got Phil Spencer on Xbox. Our boy Phil.
Well, yeah, but he hasn't been there for a while. He hasn't
Yeah.
been there for a long time.
Yeah, he's kind of a fresh face. Really.
He's only been there for like 4 years?
Yeah,
Hot kid off the streets.
it was like a year after the Xbox One launch.
So yeah,
was when he
about
showed.
4 years.
Also, I'm starting to see a lot of rumors online this past week about the discless
Xbox. I've been
One,
seeing that too.
which I'm seeing. I think is Xbox One Maverick. I think is the name
Yeah.
I'm seeing.
Wait, it's not even a next gen thing.
So basically, they're
No,
releasing.
so apparently it's literally the equivalent of an Xbox One S, not even the X. It's the equivalent of the Slim model,
but with no discs.
just with no disk drive.
So it's like really cheap for them to make.
So I think it's just a cheap. I think it's supposed to be the entry level.
No, if it's more than $200, nobody's
I
gonna
mean,
buy it.
Phil's. It is going to be $200. I think it's like exact. Like it's going to be
I
really
would pay
cheap.
200. If it was 250, 300, I'd be like, nah, no thanks.
Because
But
Phil Spencer is leaning hard on this Game Pass thing.
So hard that apparently it's going to Nintendo.
Yeah.
that's very strange.
I'm down for breaking down system borders a bit more. But I mean, like they're really going ham on that like Game Pass thing. All their new releases coming to it. They got Just Cause 4, which only came out a few months ago, was already on there. That's a pretty decently big deal. Like just to have all the games on there like that. Especially like day one Xbox launches, like exclusive games. They're day one on the Game Pass. That's a pretty fucking big deal.
Yeah.
If you're paying monthly for a service like that.
Yeah, because you get all their exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And plus you get other games too. Like every month they had new ones.
Yeah. I think what they're trying to do is have two ways to get the revenue. One way, having the old-fashioned games. You still have your exclusive on Xbox that you can buy physically and the whole system itself. But now you have like a Netflix type of service that spreads upon multiple systems where they can also get revenue from that.
I mean, like there's like numbers showing like the most games nowadays, like over all platforms, are bought digitally, like in total. Like
I'm
a good like
I'm like 0% of that.
80 to like 70% of games nowadays are bought digitally.
Yeah.
I think.
I find that that's the number I hear passed around. I find it hard to believe.
But
for me, I still prefer physical.
Oh no,
But-
for sure. Like I like going to my house and I have like my own little mini GameStop. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, looking for
well,
there it
that
is.
includes stuff like PC sales. That's basically all digital for the
And
most
it
part.
probably factors in. I bet it factors in mobile games too, like apps.
Possibly. I know, like, I was watching a video about it, and, like, they stated that they don't have, like, exact ones for consoles. It's just for the general.
Yeah, so that probably screws with the number.
Pop-
But not only
populace,
that,
yeah.
because like everything phone is of course all digital, and how many times
Just
people
like
download
nowadays,
games
like
a
when
day.
the statistics are talking, when the numbers are talking about gamers, they're also including people who just play phone
Yeah.
games.
I think PlayStation did say, like, a lot of, like, it's about, like, 50-50, like, in terms of, like, physical and digital. Is
I
around
could,
there.
I could definitely see that.
Well, in my experience, unless it's changed recently, I kind of quit looking. It seems like nowadays, even on console at least, it's still cheaper to buy physical than digital. Like I can typically find a cheaper copy.
Oh no, yeah, but
physically.
no, all the digitals are always going to be
They're always like
full market
Yes.
price.
MSRP. Yeah,
Because that's the way for them to get money out of it. Because when then like I suppose Sony go ahead and sell a copy to GameStop. GameStop gets around like 30% or something like
Yeah.
that.
And
They
I-
get them a percent. Like the amount of revenue they get out of a $60 game is like $25.
and it's got to be
$30.
appealing to the developer because they don't have to worry about publishing costs from the
Oh, yes,
the
it's
disc
just-
perspective. They
yeah.
don't have to worry about that. It's essentially what sending a file to Sony and
Okay.
Xbox, and then just letting them host it and let
Yeah.
people download it. And I'm sure the money they make off of digital copies is much better.
Actually, something that we should talk about. Something I think happens next week is the Google.
Yeah.
So
It's supposed to be.
next
It's supposed to be
week,
game
Google is-
related.
I have to imagine it's going to be an Ouya. I'm going in with very low
But the
expectations.
Maybe
thing
something with
is,
the Pixel.
If there's,
It's gonna be
if there's
s-
any,
it's
if
go- it's gonna be
there's
some
any company,
Android. It's gonna be some Android-powered console that I'm sure few big developers. They're not. I'm sure I'd be shocked if they come in and they're like, we got Square and Capcom and all these other big names supporting.
We got Konami.
what if the reason
Pachinko.
Sony's on E3 is because Google took their spot?
By the way, speaking
Fucking
of E3, EA has also backed out.
Yeah, I read that
E3.
today.
So we have no EA and we have no PlayStation.
But EA's never been part of E3.
Yeah, but no, they're not having a conference.
They used to announce games like they used to
Yeah.
like they.
Oh wait, they backed out of the conference. I thought they're
I
still
think
doing
didn't
EA
they back out of
Play.
the conference?
They backed out of the conference. They're saying they're not going to be at E3.
Yeah, they're not doing an E3
EA is
thing.
not going to be
Wow.
at E3.
But
They're doing
still-
EA
they're
Play
still, yeah, they're still
which
doing
is
EA
separate.
Play. And I saw it. It's still the same
Oh,
thing.
they are still doing EA Play.
Yes,
Yeah, so you're
but
still doing
that's
EA Play.
not
Where you still
announcing
go
really.
down to downtown
that's
LA
just-
and play the games.
But that's I
What
feel like every
Yeah,
year.
but
we're
like
inching
that's one of those
closer
things.
to-
Like if you're gonna do EA Play, it's like okay, come play all these games that are already out.
I feel like every year we're inching a little bit closer to E3's death.
I do wonder.
I don't
Maybe
wanna
it's
see
just
that.
a lull
I don't want
because
to
of.
see it.
But if it is, at least we had the chance to go there. Not more than once.
Oh yeah.
This is just like I haven't really. This is just the lull before the next gen storm, because like since I think maybe.
But the thing is,
possibly
we've had multiple other gens, and this has never happened.
Has it never happened like this before?
No.
I mean, yeah, no one's really pulled out.
Nobody's ever like pulled out. The only thing we ever had like close to this was Nintendo not doing a conference, but they still had a show.
Well, it's because it's cheaper just to do digital for them. It's always
and
just
they
like
have full
it's just-
control.
yeah.
Because in the past, it's very easy to have blunders, especially in the
Wii
Wii
Music.
era. In the Wii era,
Wii
with
Music,
motion controls,
Skyward Sword.
Skyward Sword, the motion controls were failing miserably because of interference. So doing the video stuff, it gives them complete control.
There's
over-
that infamous Watch Dogs. Oh my god! That actually technically Watch Dogs was a big deal at '83 that one year. But the infamous Uncharted thing where Nathan Drake stood still,
and they had
for
to
a
restart.
while and it became
yeah.
a trophy in the game, which is nice.
Oh no! You know, my favorite thing about that was what they blamed it on, because it was the same conference that they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, and they said, "Oh yeah, our controller." When people went crazy and they bugged out our controller, of course it was jokingly
the energy of the crowd
like bugged out controllers.
screwed up our controller.
But yeah,
Let's talk, Ian. You've been playing a game this week that you have a hot take.
that's a hot
in a
take.
strangely positive way.
Yeah,
Typically,
okay,
hot
it's
takes
weird because
are
I usually
critical.
don't like open world games. I'm not really much of a AAA like kind of like generic type of games. Kind of like sorry, Watch Dogs. Like I don't like GTA either or stuff like that. I don't know why, but for some reason something just told me to buy it. So I'm playing Anthem.
and you like it.
I do.
You like it.
Does it have problems? Absolutely.
You haven't had your PS4 shut down.
No,
on
I
you?
haven't shut down, but it's I already had 2 or 3 times where I can't play the game because it keeps saying connection issue.
Well, that's to be expected.
Yeah, but at least that's something that can be patched. But the game itself, the core, the gameplay is so much fun. You're just an Iron Man because like it flows so well. Like you can just like go from combat, just be on the ground to glide, like just kind of floating in the air while gliding, and then just going like.
I wish I had someone here who hated it to give you any sort of counterpoint. I haven't played it, so I can't say anything.
Yeah.
And Dan, you haven't played it either.
I imagine the gameplay's fine.
Oh no,
Like, I
yeah, no,
sincerely
it's
think-
fun. Like seeing your friends. Like I've been playing with my friend the whole time. Vladimir, shout out. But like just seeing him like flying around, shooting, doing his like abilities and everything, it just looks so cool. It looks like something out of like straight out of a movie.
A lot of the problems I hear with it is part of the problem of just like figuring out what this games as a service thing is.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a new concept. Like since like Destiny and all that, it's not like hasn't really been iterated or perfected yet. So a lot of
Yeah.
the problems I hear are just around kind of that idea.
But even so, like for me, like there's a mode where you can just roam around the world for free. You don't have to like be attached to like a mission. And even with that, like my friend and I went with him. We were doing like pick up like these 3 emeralds, and we go. So we went to go ahead to start looking for the Chaos Emeralds and whatever. And then we're like, yo, what's this? It leads to somewhere, and we got the Chaos Emeralds and everything, and we went down this little cave. And then we went down, and then once you see sunlight and everything, you see this like ancient village, and we're like, what the hell is this? And then once we stepped into it, towers came in and like locked on us and started shooting us. And then we just like flying around like a bunch of Iron Mans trying to take everything down. And then once you're done and you get back to the base level, because there's nothing shooting at you, you see the opening to the village, and it's like a little dungeon. And we went in there, and it's just like, it's like the discovery. It just hit us really hard just because the world's so beautiful and so open.
Yeah, it is a very visually stunning world.
Oh no, it is like and the
It's
whole
the
like
well-crafted kind of place.
and like
from what I've seen.
even the small things of like how your jetpack overheats, but if you're around water, it doesn't. It cools it down. So like you would see us fighting, and then we would go to like a body of water, go inside, go like just dive in the water like we're like a bunch of dolphins, and then just come back up with our jetpacks all refreshed. And
Yeah,
everything.
it's adding like a skill to movement, which I like because Spider-Man actually didn't do that.
Yeah, and then like or you don't even have to go inside the water. You can just like literally glide, just go fly around it, and they have like this special effects like going in the water. It's kind of like if like a helicopter was like right above it, stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. It definitely has its issues connection wise. In terms of the game itself glitching, I haven't had anything glitch.
Well, there's that new
Maybe like
infamous
once.
one that I was talking to you about where
The crashing,
no, it's
the
a,
bricking.
no actually apparently EA said like during the reports they found like no consoles had been able to brick but
Yeah.
they found plenty of crashes. But
Yeah.
there's one that a fan of Reddit discovered where basically, I'm not sure how you pull it off. He didn't say he didn't know how he figured it out.
Oh
either.
yeah, the guns. How?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
how-
basically, his level 1 gun's the most powerful gun in the game. Like no matter what he uses, even like he has legendary gear, it doesn't do
Yeah, I
as
saw
much
that.
damage
I saw that.
as his level 1 gun. And the level 1 gun has pop-ups for his damage, like 200 or whatever, and it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are completely wrong. It does way more damage than that, and it's just like lying kind of.
That's a good glitch, though.
It's a weird glitch.
If I ever had to have a bug, I'd want it to benefit me. you know?
Yeah, like,
you
EA
know-
said they're looking into it. Like they had some people on the,
yeah,
pretty popular in the Anthem subreddit.
But I've been
So-
enjoying it a lot, so I'm gonna keep playing it, see how it goes in terms of like of the end game, because that's where I've heard a lot of issues in terms of things. Because it's just like after a
finding
while,
stuff to do.
yeah, it's some stuff to do. But we'll see. So far, I don't see myself. I don't think we're even close to the ending or anything. It's been a lot of fun, so I'm definitely gonna keep playing it. But
I can
it was kind of refreshing because a lot of times whenever I see a game, you just get really shitty reviews. I'm just like, never gonna touch or see that game ever again.
I
But
can hear the angry typing right now on the keyboard as they're listening to this, going, "He's wrong. He doesn't know what he's talking about."
yeah, no.
We'll see.
But no, I enjoyed it a lot. Definitely gonna keep playing it. It definitely has its issues, at least network wise. It got kind of frustrating, but that's something that it's not wrong in the basis of the game itself. The core game. I'm trying to like talk about the core game itself, like the gameplay and everything like that.
Right.
And even the cutscenes when you're talking to people, they actually look like they have like personality and everything. It's not. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the story because there's so much. Because I have so much like bio to read and
Did you
everything.
read the gamer cards?
There's a lot of
Shout out to that Destiny thing.
I feel
Remember
out of the loop right now because Game Informer just revealed their next cover.
that? Control, yeah.
Control. What is Control, and why have I
I'm
not
really
heard
excited
about it?
for it. They got announced it. It announced it at E3, I think.
Is that the Remedy game?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah.
excited for it.
Oh,
Okay, you remember?
I
Wait,
vaguely
remember? It
remember
was like it was like a floaty bitch. With like a
Yeah.
gun and like shit just started going.
It looks so
it was,
cool.
It was like a teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when I looked at it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And then when
So
and,
that's that.
and when they showed Remedy,
Yes,
I'm like,
I'm-
when they showed Remedy, I'm like, "Oh, this is
Is
very
there gameplay
Remedy."
of this that's out?
Yes,
all?
there's gameplay.
there's
It looks fun.
Okay, so think of
A lot of floaty stuff. She has one gun that can turn, like kind of like Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, they think of like Quantum Break, but more.
I was gonna say it sounds like Quantum Break.
Yeah, no, but not
has
without
more
the whole
abilities.
story stuff and anything. But in terms of like the weird glitches and
Sure.
like things that can happen.
Okay.
I don't know the full details because I'm trying to I really want to experience it when it comes out. So I kind of just I follow it loosely. I have seen snippets enough to get me interested because I do like Remedy. I love Alan Wake. Didn't like Quantum Break that much, but
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, because you have to watch a fucking TV show while you're playing it.
Yeah.
well, you can skip it, but it's stupid because if you do want to
But
watch
you don't know
story.
what's going on.
yeah, it's download the episodes. It's you have to download them, and it's you have to. It was weird. I remember being really frustrated with that.
I forgot that was an exclusive, really.
Yeah.
It's
And I was working at GameStop when that came out. Nobody really bought it.
I'm really. It looks really cool. I like the idea of Control. It's really weird. I dig it. The aesthetic.
For us, I remember when I first saw it, I thought because we only saw her from behind, I thought it was like a Lara Croft. I was like, and then shit, it started
I
happening.
mean, there's some really cool stuff in Quantum Break, visually. There's a certain scene that I remember that stuck in my head, where you're not really playing the game; you're just kind of walking around, but you're walking around as this whole entire area is going backwards in time, and it looks so fucking cool.
kind of like a Doctor Strange type of thing.
Yeah, it's not like a cutscene. You're actually walking around the environment, and things are changing, and people are
so
moving.
it's like the fight scene in Doctor Strange where
Yeah,
the buildings
but-
are going like this.
Well, it's not because it's not moving buildings, but just time going backwards.
Well, yeah, I mean just weird.
Yeah,
freaky
but
shit.
it's really cool to look at, especially because it's all in game and you're walking around. It's not a cutscene. So seriously, look that up if you ever get the chance. It looks really cool.
That game got revealed last year.
I think
No,
so,
no,
yes.
it was
I think it's
2017.
20.
I think it was 2017. I don't remember.
2017, I want to say.
It seems it's really interesting how quiet they're going with how loud Quantum Break was when it released. If that makes sense,
Yeah. No,
because it
you're
was a
right.
Microsoft exclusive.
Well,
they're not pushing
I
it.
think they're quiet because I don't think there's a release date or a release.
There
window
isn't,
for
but
it.
I mean, when Quantum Break got announced, it was one of the leading lineup for Xbox One. There was a whole big
That was
deal.
their
yeah.
big flagship title.
For, the new gen.
Oh, Quantum Break.
Well,
the
maybe
big
they're
game.
holding on on it or being quality because maybe that's kind of a launch exclusive for the next console.
I just want
Maybe.
Alan Wake too.
Because if it's not coming out this year, you might as well just release it for the console. If
They
the
actually-
console's coming out next year. Or
They
something.
released footage of Quantum Break 2, Alan Wake 2 It was in production for a bit, and they got put on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good. I want it. I love Alan Wake. I love that game. It's a good game.
Interesting.
It's like adult version of Luigi's Mansion.
Well, what's the thing? Well, you could be hopeful because I remember after they finished Quantum Break, they split into 2 teams.
Quantum Break 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, no, nothing, none of that.
I do hope they actually bring back Alan Wake.
But yeah.
I have the book of it.
Anything else going on?
Alan Wake?
Well, other than Devil May Cry, like even though I'm playing Anthem, I'm sorry, Anthem, I'm gonna put you down like a dog.
You're not
Once
killing
tomorrow.
the game.
Once I'm playing Devil May Cry, that thing will not get any attention. Devil May Cry is first.
So I'm a shitty gamer, and I've never played any of the Devil May Cry games.
I haven't either.
It's fun. It's
Is it worth
played
picking
DMC.
up? Is it worth picking up the $20 PS4 collection?
some of those games did not age well. I think the only one that aged well out of those is probably 3.
That's what.
I heard-
One is very kind of.
I know from word of mouth, everyone says 2 is like garbage.
Yeah, 2 is garbage.
Yeah, I hear bad things about 2 a lot.
Yeah, 2.
But I've never played any of them, and it's like it sucks to be in that hype bubble where everyone's talking about Devil May Cry 5. And I know for a fact if I buy it, I'll just
Well,
be like,
in Devil May Cry 2, one of the complaints the developers had is they were going too fast through the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they took the running animation away from Devil May Cry 2. So you're just like some cool ass dude just walking throughout the whole
walk
environment.
through the game.
And then some environments that are big and you're just like,
I hate that.
That's tragic.
yeah, there's
You need a sprint.
like that Dante, like that is the best Dante design out of any of the Devil May Cries, but too bad it was
But
a
it's put
shitty
into the
game.
worst game.
Yeah, it's definitely the worst game. If you actually think DMC is worse, you're just being biased because DMC is literally.
Now, where did that one fall into? Like, how did that one happen?
I don't know.
DMC.
Oh, DMC. They just wanted to reboot the franchise. It wasn't even
In a weird Sonic Boom kind of way.
no. It was
It was
no.
Ninja Theory, right?
Yeah, it was a Ninja Theory. It wasn't even Ninja Theory that pushed it to the realm that it got. It was mainly Capcom saying like, no, it looks so much like Dante. It needs to be a little bit not like him and stuff like that. I like the game.
Kind of reinvent the franchise.
So was it essentially a failed reboot? Like they did it, and then everyone sort of was like, "Nah," and they just. Were
It
like,
sold
okay.
well. It didn't sell like extremely well, but it sold fine. So I don't think it was like a failure. It just a lot of times when it comes to games like that, the negative it's a lot louder.
Well, right, but I just mean like they didn't bother. Like they rebooted, but now they're just continuing.
Yeah, they're just continuing. Yeah, they're not
It's
gonna-
kind of it's like what happened?
Yeah, no, because 5 is it's not a really continuous.
I don't want to bring it up again, but it is kind of like Sonic Boom in a sense, where it's like this is like a weird separate continuity of the same characters,
Yeah.
plural.
Yeah, if you really want to know, like fucking.
And it's getting like 9s and 10s across the board.
5
So
is
5 is
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's. I wasn't like they put so much work to the game.
You have a
can
rocket
see.
arm.
But yeah, if you want to play the game, if you actually want to play the game chronologically in terms of story, it goes 3, 1, 4, 2, 5.
Interesting.
Why? I hate that kind of
I
stuff.
hate that stuff too.
Well, yeah, because the first one is just Dante's doing his thing. 3 is just him going through Virgil and everything. 4 is when he first meets Nero and everything, and then 2 is when he actually like rides to hell in his fucking motorcycle. That's why in the trailer of 5, the first thing you see is him coming out of the screen on a motorcycle. So that's why like it comes after 2.
That's so confusing. I don't like those kind of things. It feels weird.
Well, imagine Star Wars is like, hey, we're gonna release 3
4, 5,
movies.
6,
yeah,
1, 2, 3.
and then 200 years later, we're like, oh,
Yeah,
here-
but
here's
like
what
those are separate stories. This is the same story. Like just kind of
It's
like
all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a little over the place, but still fun. It's
You
like,
can watch.
just today.
It'd be like that sometimes.
like okay, if you want to see what you're getting into with Devil May Cry, just look up cutscenes for 3 and 4. Like some of the coolest
People
shit
are passing
you
around-
ever like animated into a video game.
People are
the
passing
most
around.
edgy shit.
People are passing around a
Bands.
certain cutscene from 5 that I can't believe is real. That I'm not going to
Dancing.
tell you about. Don't. Oh, okay. Never mind.
We'll talk about
it's
it.
been thrown around Twitter all.
Yeah, but I'm
mean,
not sure. He likes to hide himself.
No,
from that kind of stuff.
I've not seen. it.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like when it comes to a game, if I'm already intrigued, I already know I'm gonna buy it. I stop watching everything. Devil May Cry, like okay, I did watch the last trailer because I want to see it, and I got spoiled about Virgil, but fucking course Virgil's gonna be there. But yeah, no, whenever a game comes out and is gonna come out, and I'm already interested, I stop watching everything because the less I watch, the more intrigued, the more surprised I am when I see something. It's like, oh yeah, I saw this thing in the trailer.
You guys excited for that Sonic the Hedgehog live action movie?
I'm interested
No, you're not.
in a weird way.
No, you're not.
Interested in like
In
how
a
is this
Suicide
thing
Squad
gonna
type of way.
in this how is it gonna turn out kind of way.
My favorite one is like when they've been grabbing that picture.
Oh,
and
that weird fox?
That weird fox next
Look,
to
it's
him.
tails.
Yeah, no, it looks awkward.
Hey, look, someone fixed it. I keep seeing these.
Yeah,
endless
that's
fixes online.
the artist behind Sonic Mania, but the animations, the Sonic Mania animations.
Even the creator of Sonic was just like,
Yeah, he's like nah.
nah.
But that guy's great. Tyson there.
Yeah.
He did the Sonic Mania intro video thing
Okay.
and like the trailers, and he did the series on YouTube. So, well, he helped. He didn't do all
But
the
yeah,
animation himself. It's
a
crazy.
big game that's coming out this month. That a lot of people, there's a lot more info about it now. Is Sekiro.
Yes.
Because
Sekiro.
people just got back from a preview event over in Nippon.
It's weird because it was also the same day. Like I saw all stuff coming on YouTube for that and Days Gone on the same day. Like that's really odd to me for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that. Apparently, the whole Days Gone thing, they didn't say it was too bad. But they also said that, like, to describe the game, it was like if you grabbed every...
The one article I read was this guy from I think Kotaku, and he was just like, Days Gone is the most AAA thing I've ever seen. It's like every AAA like
it's
stereotype
overproduced?
that is there and that you could think of. It's in this
So
game.
it's like overproduced.
Yeah, but it's still good. He said, but he's like it's extremely AAA.
Oh God.
But like people said, like there's a prize that they did like the character of Deacon, this like gruff white dude, like generic type. Like they did enjoy him. There are some interesting story things apparently.
yeah, well, a lot of people, they were like, oh, I don't want to play this game because there's another gruff white dude. So it's like, my response to that is just like, if you don't like this Gordog Rack dude, whatever, make your own game. Make your own character. It's their story. You don't get to tell these people that have spent years making a game, telling them what kind of character you want. That's what you want.
That's why fan fiction exists.
Yeah. So if
And we don't like those people.
that,
Do we like those people?
I don't read fan fictions.
It's probably best to leave it that way, Dan.
Yeah, I don't.
have you seen the biggest piece of literature?
Yeah, it's the Smash Bros.
Yeah. That's some fanfic right there.
But oh man, Days Gone looks weird. It's one of those things where I'm following it. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm then following, and if it gets good reviews, I'll buy it day one.
I was watching some of the stuff on it, and there are some cool things I like. Like, there's the main story, and technically, it's like a bunch of like mini campaigns that follow like their own stories. Like, there's the main story. Then there's like you have to clear these nests, and they have their own story to them, basically. And like instead of getting like money to spend, you get like credit, like street cred in certain places, and that can make like stuff like that's pretty neat.
Actually, there's some things I talk about when going back to Sekiro.
Oh yeah.
What the cool thing is they've sent a lot of people that are very like a lot of people that like their channels are like centralized around Dark Souls or just Souls.
I
games.
noticed a lot of those Dark Souls YouTubers.
And then
It's a picture of Vegeta's face planted on the Sonic the Hedgehog live action film.
actually kind of looks better. But yeah, they were saying like all these like experts on Dark Souls and everything. They went to go play the game and they all came by. They're like, "Yeah, this is harder than Dark Souls." But it was mainly because they approached it on the way as if it was Dark Souls, and they were trying to like dodge and everything. Like if they would do it in Dark Souls, but it didn't work. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I was watching stuff on it, and people were like, "Oh yeah, no, like dodge rolling isn't a thing you should do now, really."
Yeah, no.
Which is a big deal for you to play Dark Souls. That's all you fucking do is dodge roll.
Yeah. What's it called? Something interesting I saw is with a mechanic in the game. Whenever you die,
I heard weird things about that.
Yeah,
But
it looks cool. Where like it affects the world around you. So the more you die, there's this like disease. It was like dragon something, and the more you die, the more you see NPCs in the world like catch it.
well, it's separate. It's if you revive yourself after death. So basically, while you're fighting, you can revive yourself at a bit of a penalty. Like the instant you die, there's no like it's not an item that you get. It's like you can always do that. But the more you do that, the more it does it. Or you can just like die and start from a checkpoint, but you lose progress in a fight.
Does that like impact
The story?
story or
Maybe.
Well,
endings,
it
or-
impacts the story in terms of like when you revive yourself, because like I said, there's like a disease going around in this world, and then you can see people that are fine, and the more you do it, they start getting sick.
Yeah.
So you kind it kind of gives you an incentive of like get good.
But it's a different thing where it's probably like you're in the middle of a boss fight about to kill the boss and you die. And it's like, if I revive myself right now, I can just beat this fucker and get it over with. But then my favorite character armor dude
or like
will
that, or
cry.
like, or this will get harder or something. Like
Yeah.
that. So, it
Gotcha.
gives, so I actually I think
That's
that's
a
really
pretty.
cool.
It's like it literally
It's
is
kind of like a thing they're doing with like Dying Light 2.
yeah,
It's kind of like that, where like depending on your choices and like in terms of battle, like it changes the world.
yeah. But I mean, I didn't look into it. I'm trying to stay as like oblivious to Sekiro as possible.
Well, I'm looking at it because I've never. It's not I don't like the Souls game. They just haven't been for me. So like whenever like something like a Sekiro or like Dark Souls 3 came out, I would like read and watch because when it comes to games like that, I need something to entice me to get the game.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. I like the games like, in terms of like how they play it and everything. It just for some reason they're just not for me. I haven't been able to
I love
sit down and play
Bloodborne.
them.
Bloodborne's one of my favorite games.
You know, if I were to pick any of the Souls game to be my favorite, it's definitely Bloodborne. Bloodborne is definitely the one that I got the
I
farthest in.
can't beat a Dark Souls game. I just get bored of them pretty fast. But like Bloodborne, I always like invested and I beat it a few times. I didn't play the DLC though. Probably should do that at some point. I own it. But yeah, Sekiro's coming
That's
out.
coming out in a week. We get The Division 2.
Oh yeah, that exists.
From what I've heard in the previews, it's kind of more of the samey things. But it's more of like we have to see until it comes out.
I still remember the beta emails that people got that they had to like apologize for instantly afterwards.
What was
Remember that?
For
It was-
what?
They basically there's a beta
I
for Division 2.
Okay.
I remember that.
And by chance, it was happening during the government shutdown. So with the email about the Division 2 beta, it came like the headline of the email was, "You want to see a worse government shutdown?"
Yeah. It was a PR disaster. Is what
Yeah,
happened.
it was like people show like there's a screenshot of like the email, then an instant apology afterwards. Like we're sorry for that last email.
Someone lost their job that day.
That's
Yeah, I remember
funny.
that.
It's also terrible.
All right,
Ugh.
let's wrap this up.
Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah, let's see if there's any beta thing to talk about. That's the only real games coming out this month, other than Yoshi. That's the last month. That's the week of the month.
Is it really?
Yeah, the 29th.
I had no idea.
It's 7 days after Sekiro.
They have a demo.
This is how you know I like buy games that come out like all the time because I'm always like, paying attention to this shit. And then next month is Mortal Kombat, Days Gone. That Power Rangers fighting game, that looks pretty fun.
I want to make you flip a coin right now.
Uh-huh.
If you had to review a game for Ultima, would you do Resident Evil 2 or DMC5?
Let me play DMC5 first.
Okay.
I'm
Do
pretty
me-
sure
do
the
me a
answer's
solid.
I'm pretty sure the answer's gonna be DMC5.
Do me a solid and get some footage while you're at it. You have a capture card?
Yeah, I gotta capture.
Okay.
Well, yeah, streaming and everything.
Do me a solid and capture some footage.
All right, just remind me and I'll do it.
All right, DMC5 might be coming to the Ultimate Gaming. We'll see.
Wait,
We're supposed to film tonight.
I could do like a double whammy because they're both Capcom games. Like,
It's the Capcom bundle.
hey, Capcom, you've been doing a really good fucking job the last few years.
Capcom, we're proud of you.
Fucking Monster Hunter.
You want
fucking
the-
Resident Evil
Remember
7.
10 years ago when everyone was like, Capcom, they're dying.
No, yeah, no. Back in like 2012, they released like a report that they're close to going bankrupt.
And Capcom,
That's their main reason-
They were gonna sell off all their assets.
That's the main reason why
Yeah.
Street Fighter V was on PS4 only. It's because they couldn't afford to develop it.
Yeah.
So they had to. It's like, oh hey,
So
Sony,
Sony stepped
if you
up.
develop, if you help us publish this, it's only on your console and everything.
No, they're bringing back all these franchises and making them
No,
do games
and
again.
And they're
right?
making bangers.
And they're all good.
What happened to Dead Rising?
What happened to Mega Man?
Well,
We got
Dead
Mega
Rising
Man
wasn't
11.
Dead Rising wasn't a game that was being revived. Like it was, there was just continuation.
4 sucked. It hurt.
Why are you like
Oh
this?
wow,
I didn't like 4.
it's a Christmas game.
I know, that's
too.
why I liked it so much, was because of the Christmas. That's why I bought it.
But yeah, no, Mega Man 11 was good. Resident Evil 7 was good. Monster Hunter was good.
Resident
Resident
Evil
Evil 2. Devil May Cry is gonna
Ace
be good.
Attorney's getting a new bundle coming out.
I think it's already.
Which
Is
is
it?
always good.
I saw a trailer. Is it already out?
It's
I
this
saw like
month.
trailer today.
It's this month if it's not already out.
Okay, I think it's already out. Isn't it already
But
on PC?
It's
Well, actually, there's one. There's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was a thing. So you have one blunder, but
Dead Rising 4
came
was
back.
also recent. It was a month before Resident Evil 7. It was December, and then Resident Evil 7
Now-
came out the next year.
and now Devil May Cry 5. So
Wait, what?
lots of bangers.
Wait.
with Marvel's Capcom. Marvel's Capcom came
No.
out in like September.
Dead Rising 4 came out 2016
Oh,
December, and then
okay.
Resident Evil 7 came out.
Okay, I thought you were talking
2017
about Marvel's
January.
Capcom. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're a month apart.
Yeah, Dead Rising. Okay, Dead Rising games always kind of on December. No, I was gonna say Just Dance. Just Cause always comes out in December.
Oh yeah,
Something
just
like that.
cause.
Pokemon.
Well,
and then,
Dead Rising 3 came out in November with the Xbox One and all that.
That was because that's when the Xbox came out and they need to launch.
I like Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, that was alright.
I had a good time with it. Gotta whisper this conversation.
All right, before this turns into an ASMR podcast, let's wrap this up. Hey, thanks for listening. Welcome back to Everything You Want, Nothing You Need. We missed you guys. It's fun.
Yeah.
Wanted to do this for a couple weeks, but we're back.
Back
She'll be
next
back
week.
every week as long as things go. Nicole, she's busy off watching Captain Marvel.
Ooh, I need to get something.
Because
Keep going.
she's
You know
too
exactly what to get.
she's too good for this podcast. And then Jessica, wherever you are, hope you're all right. Haven't heard from you. You're supposed to be here tonight, but that's okay. But real quick, we're gonna show off what the plan was for tonight. Had you been here, we got you a little something, a little cookie cake. But that's our cookie cake now because you couldn't make it. I'm sure
Happy
you'll.
birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you for being birthday this day, so I get cookie cake.
Same day as Master Chief.
Hey, you sir. You know what? On that note, good night, everybody. Kisses, hugs, and belly rubs. We'll see you later. Bye.